local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Thanks for joining us here at Border City Furniture for the Border City PROspectives. Border City Furniture, your 100% locally owned and operated furniture store with a focus on Canadian-made quality products. And joining us here at Border City Furniture this morning is Ian Bull, Darcy Wildeman, and Torrie Oliver. They are all Kinsmen and Kinette members, so we're excited to have them join us today here at Border City Furniture to talk about a lot of things about their clubs and, of course, about themselves personally as well. What if your lifestyle could stay as vibrant as you are? Discover Carefreedom Living by Wellings. It's a modern way of living designed for people who want life to feel easier, more connected, and entirely their own. At Wellings of Lloydminster, your days unfold at your pace with spaces that feel modern, welcoming, and full of possibility. Live life on your terms, at your own pace, at Wellings. Visit Wellings to discover more. 3211 72nd Avenue, Lloydminster, and at wellingsoflloydminster.com. Coldest Night of the Year fundraiser is back in downtown Lloydminster on February 28th. The men's shelter is hosting the walk again this year and will start at the Olive Tree. Luke T.S. Laird for hot chocolate before traveling up the Highway 16 and back to the Olive Tree. Michael Davison with the Social Action Coalition Society told us they are hoping to build on the momentum that they created last year.
I think that's what we hit last year was 44,000. So we're going to hit the same level goal, the monetary goal of 44,000, with all of that staying right here in Lloydminster, all of that coming to us. And hopefully we get the big turnout too. You know, my ego loves the big turnout. I love that engagement. I love to see people engaged. So those two things happen, I'd be thrilled. Over the moon.
Lloydminster Bobcats back home at the Synovus Energy Hub this weekend for 2 games. Friday night, they welcome Drumheller, and it's minor hockey night. So wear your minor hockey jersey, kids, and get in for free. That one starts at 7, and note the start time on Sunday against the Canmore Eagles. That's a 2:30 start time, and there's a chance to skate with the Bobcats after the game with hot chocolate provided by Service Credit Union. The Cats have been on the road all month, so it has been a long stretch since they've played at home, going 3-2 on the road. They sit 4th in the North right now. And a steak night supper is being planned for JC Forbes at the Canadian Brewhouse on Wednesday night. JC is off to the national qualifiers representing the Border City Stingray Artistic Swim Club on March 16th. I talked to her mom and dad, and they told me how proud they were of JC, especially because Lloyd does not have a deep water pool, which is really an advantage in the sport. We also talked to JC and her coach, Janelle Dembicki, about the steak night supper and what will happen at that event.
You can contact my parents at 780-808-1603 and get the tickets and come eat some steak and support me.
What does that support mean?
It's a help fundraising money so our club or me and Janelle can go to Quebec.
It means a lot. It would mean a lot to sell that out,
I mean,
right?
It's just going to be a celebration of JC and her accomplishments and getting her there and, just showing the support for JC to get her there and the confidence and the drive that she needs to continue.
Once again, for tickets, call 780-808-1603. It's time now for Live in Lloyd. It's brought to you by the Vic Juba Theatre and May Cinema 6.
Winter has returned with a vengeance, but things are heating up at Vic Juba Community Theatre. This Friday night, Dr. H.A. MacDonald Season presents American Rock Legends Tribute, featuring the music of John Fogerty, Bruce Springsteen, CCR, and Bob Seger. This high-energy show brings classics like Fortunate Son, Bad Moon Rising, and old-time rock and roll, roaring back to life. And on Thursday, March 5th, get ready for laughs and jaw-dropping illusions with Murray the Magician. Known as the Dennis the Menace of Magic, Murray blends comedy and mind-bending tricks into a fast-paced, family-friendly evening you may recognize from America's Got Talent and Masters of Illusion. Country fans can mark Saturday, April 18th on your calendar for Morgan Wallen Tribute. If you missed the real thing, here's your chance to experience the hits live, from rowdy anthems to heartfelt ballads, in a high-energy night that brings the full concert feels. On Friday, June 19th, Van Gogh Entertainment presents Hotel California, The original Eagles tribute delivering the legendary Eagles sound in a spectacular live experience. Tickets are on sale now and all seating is reserved. Please purchase through our official website and beware of ticket resellers. Visit vicjubatheater.ca or call 780-872-7400. I'm Tanis Hines and we look forward to seeing you at the theater. The next great night out is waiting for you.
And now playing at May Cinema 6, Goat. A small goat named Will gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros and play Roarball, a high-intensity, full-contact sport that's dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. Ridiculed by his teammates, Will becomes determined to revolutionize the sport and prove that small can ball. Crime 101 also arrives this weekend about an LA detective that pursues an elusive thief who teams up with an insurance broker for one last heist. It stars Monica Barbaro, Chris Hemsworth, Barry Keoghan, and Nick Nolte. Also playing at May Cinema 6, Wuthering Heights, How to Make a Killing, I Can Only Imagine 2, Send Help, plus Saturday and Sunday matinees of Zootopia 2. For tickets and showtimes to all upcoming movies, including Goat, go to maytheaters.com. Live in Lloyd is brought to you by the Vic Juba Community Theatre and May Cinema 6. Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly presented by Lloydminster Sobeys and Umbrella Marketing and Design. And you can nominate a caregiver or caregivers today. Just send an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com and tell us about your caregiver and how they go above and beyond in what they do so we can say thank you. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and they will help you get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. We were just talking about our local swimming pool. Well, the name on it is BioClean. And BioClean is your local restoration company. And in 10 years, they've become Lloydminster's largest restoration company as well, taking care of your property and your belongings, but more than anything, taking care of you and your family. And they still stand by that. 1-833-246-8326. That's BioClean Disaster Services. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back here at Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster with the Border City PROspectives in just a moment. Border City Furniture, where the sale never ends on dining sets, living room sets, and don't forget mattresses and bedroom sets as well.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster is proud to be your 100% locally owned and operated furniture store with a focus on Canadian-made quality furniture. Shop their tremendous selection of beautiful living room sets, stylish sectionals, and comfy recliners. Border City Furniture also offers many different sizes of dinettes, as well as incredible bedroom sets and mattresses. Stop in and see Calvin and Ryan for the best customer service experience in Lloyd. They've got the awards to prove it. Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster, where the sale never ends.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Sundays to make filling your big blue jugs a lot quicker and easier. And if you want great tasting water right from your tap, call Superior Water and ask about their under-the-sink reverse osmosis systems. 780-875-6636. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste, and after all, it is Superior Water. Open on 57th Avenue, Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 5, and of course, you have a coin-operated location by 7-Eleven just off Highway 17 South. Well, thanks for joining us today. We're excited to be back here at Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster with the Border City PROspectives, which today includes Ian Bull, Torrie Oliver, and Darcy Wildeman. So welcome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you guys coming.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
So one thing that all 4 of us have in common is none of us were born here. All of us kind of moved here. And later, let's start with you, Darcy. What brought you to Lloyd? When did you come to Lloydminster?
Well, I moved here in 1990, right after graduating, and I wasn't a big city fan like Saskatoon or Edmonton, and as you're aware of, the small town, there's not much to keep a grad class of 60 in a small town, right? There's only so many jobs that are available. So I just got up one morning and picked Lloyd and came up here, and actually my dad came with me, and he said, we're not leaving until you have a job. And so we moved up, or came up here and stopped in numerous different places and got a job and went home that night, and Lloyd was my home.
What was your first job here, Lloyd?
First job was actually at Lloydminster Esso, where KFC is currently now.
Yes, yeah.
For Ray Tatro.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Ray's at Exhaust Masters now, but one of the greatest bosses I've ever had, actually.
Because he was so connected in community, is that what you think what got you connected in the community so much?
What actually got me, well, in the community itself, Dad had Esso in Unity, and Ray was Esso up here. So they kind of, I wasn't new to the service industry type thing.
Right.
And so that's what one of Ray's things that will bring you on. You know what you're doing type thing, and the community just grew from there, right? And yeah, it's been great. Lloyd's home for me. So
was the Esso where KFC is?
Where KFC is, yeah.
I thought it was like on the other corner.
That was the other one. Ken Ebert owned that one.
Yeah, I remember Ken.
Yeah, Ken and Gloria Ebert owned that one.
So there was 2.
There was 2. Yep. When I moved here, Ray was just in the process of changing it from Texaco over to Esso.
Okay.
So it was rebranding itself, and at that point in time,
okay, now that you say that, when you look back at archive stuff and high photos and stuff, you will see that.
You will see the Texaco sign. Yeah.
Torrie, what brought you to Lloyd?
Well, I actually came for a job. Like really, so I am a teacher. And I was looking for a very specific kind of a job because I had always been a special education teacher. I was working in Turtleford, and they changed my job there, and it was not a job that I particularly wanted. So I started looking here, and one of the superintendents here was very interested in having me come work. And so I came, and I had it. One of my very best friends was already here working. And so it seemed like I was a little bit familiar with Lloyd. And so, yeah, that's how I ended up. And one of my dad's cousins was here. She had also moved here years ago, saying to herself, I'm going to stay a year. And she married someone from here and never left. So I was always like, well, I'll come for a year. And she was always like, yeah, you'll never leave. And that 30 years later, I'm still here.
Isn't that everybody says that? Everybody does that. Which school did you teach at? Like,
I started at Rendell Park. Yeah. And through my career, I essentially flip-flopped between Rendell Park, Winston Churchill, and Jack Kemp. I just kind of bebopped between the 3 of them.
And you just recently retired?
Yes. Yeah. Just in the last about 3 years ago.
And that's what took you to the Kinettes?
Yeah. Having some extra time, right. And looking for something to fill some space, right? Yeah, give back to the community a little bit. When you teach, it's hard to find some extra time at night. Yeah, or to feel. And I mean, yeah, and I had young kids when I was teaching too, and so it's a little busy. Yeah.
Okay, this guy here, the geek on the peak, Ian. The question I got asked the most when you were up What brought that guy to Lloyd?
Arrest warrants? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't. I turned
We better
left.
check. We better
instead of
do
right.
some double checking on that. Fact checking.
No, body was repairing,
What'd you say?
My body was repairing. I got beaten up.
Okay, we might have
I can translate every now and then for you.
Definitely need translation here.
Your body was repaired.
Yeah, so I was still doing a lot of physio, from injuries and stuff, and I wanted to take some courses, and so I came to Lakeland College to take some IT courses, and then they offered me a job as a professor at the college. So I was like, sure, I could do that.
What year was that?
Oh my goodness, 2000, 99, 2000, like so.
So you're ex-military. So
Yes.
is that what you mean by your body was recovering?
Yeah, like I got into a couple of issues in the military, as you do, and then actually in my civilian life, I actually took a big beating around a power takeoff shaft, and so that smashed up my arms. It was a metal, and my back and stuff. So it took me a long time to learn how to walk again and how to write with my right hand because I'm right-handed and stuff.
Really?
So what this is a
what-
piece of my bum.
It is.
Yeah, so.
Where were you born?
London. Well, originally I was born in Southampton, and but I'm a Londoner.
We're going to hear about reincarnation. Everything.
yeah, born again Christian. So that was a couple of years ago in Lloyd.
But you grew up. How long? Like you were in the British military.
That's right. Yeah, you betcha. So I graduated at 15 3/4.
You did, eh?
Yeah, and so then wasn't exactly an angel. And so Dad thought I should go into the military because they can straighten me out, and I did. And I joined the military. I took the oath of allegiance to the Queen when I was 15 3/4, and then off I went. Arborfield, Germany, traveled the world. It was great.
Did it work?
No, he still hasn't straightened out.
No, I'm a little eccentric, a little aristocratic.
Why Canada?
So I was based at CFB Suffield, and I trained soldiers down there, and as part of their medmans, they call them. And I was 77 Charlie. That was my call sign, and I loved it. And medmans, I used to just do the summer ones. And I thought, man, this place is pretty cool. This country, it's wide open, and I don't like crowded areas. So it was great. And so I thought, well, maybe, when I finish my career, I should come here. So I finished my career, and he said, it's time to hang up the old boots and put away the guns. And I said, okay. And they said, where do you want all your kit to go to? And I said, I'll just stay here. So I did. And then I found something called Canadian Winters. Yeah, definitely not in the brochure. And that was the end of that.
So how long were you at Lakeland College?
Oof.
Because Calvin came over and said you taught him.
Yeah,
Binary.
Boolean algebra. I taught lots of different computer courses there. I was there for a good 5-6 years. I was running Dynasoft at the same time. I was putting the two together and making a family income.
That's all. I never knew that about you. I never knew how you got here. Now, what connected you with the Kinsmen?
Like a beer? Jason Bacon, he collared me once and says, hey, we're just having a get together. Would you like to come? It's just a bunch of men, and they're Kinsmen, and Kinsmen was made by an ex-military guy that missed camaraderie, and I totally miss camaraderie. It's civilian life, military life, two completely different things. I can tell Darcy's an idiot, and Darcy won't take offense because that's the camaraderie that we have. He's not an idiot, by the way. But I missed that, and the Kinsmen Club gave me that opportunity to get back to that camaraderie and get that buddy that you can just call and say, hey, I'm having trouble. Could you help me with this? Or, hey, I heard you need a hand with this. Can I help you with that? Build that camaraderie relationship. And so Jason hit me a couple of times, like not literally, like, like to come join the club. And and I decided to join the club. That was back in 2000, 2001, and been there ever since.
What put you in touch with the Kinsmen? Got you associated with the Kinsmen, Darcy?
I think it was a coworker. That's 27 years ago. I can't remember what I did yesterday. I believe I was a coworker at the time. And like Ian said, it's the camaraderie. It's some of my best friends are with Kinsmen, and you get to meet wonderful people across Saskatchewan, across Canada. I always refer to it that, you can, when you try to explain it to it, I can pull into Saskatoon and blow a tire and what have you at middle of the night. And I've always got someone in Saskatoon that I can phone that I've met through the organization.
Yeah.
And they'd open their door to me and they would feed me without a doubt in my mind. And the same thing backwards. If someone came to Lloyd, in fact, it's happened. They come to Lloyd and they're stranded or need a call or need a advice on something, like who to call for this or who to call for that, and you give it to them, you stand up, and what can we do to help? It's just the way the organization is.
Torrie, what have you found with how long have you been? You're the president now of the Kinette Club.
I am I'm the external communications person, which is why I always end up in this position. But no, and I'm fairly new. Like, I'm only a year and a half into it, right? So I'm still very much on a learning journey around how everything works. But it's interesting. Leanne Melnichenko was actually my sort of foot in the door into the Kinettes. And I've known Leanne because she's a teacher. I've known her for 30 years. She asked me 25 years ago if I wanted to be a Kinette. And I had a 5-year-old at home, and I was like, there's no way I can do that. And like, jump this far down the road. And, a year and a half ago, she kind of brings it up again. And I'm like, well, yeah, like now I'm in a position where I can do that, and where I need it, and where I feel like I have something that I can contribute back to. Right. And so that was sort of how I got into it. And yeah, like it's great. And I walk in there, and what do I find but all these people that I have a connection to, and that lots of people in there that I know. And then as I reach out to people that I already know, I realize that lots of them are already Kinettes, like across the province, right? So that's really neat. Like, it's just, and how many people, when I say to them, they say, oh, what are you up to? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm with the Kinettes. And they're like, that is so great. Oh, that's something I've always wanted to do. Tell me a little bit about it, like how you can share that information out and how it spurs people. So yeah, it's been a really, really great experience.
I think, Darcy, you and I share a lot because we kind of came to Lloyd about the same time, early 1990s. And so we've seen a lot of the same people. Ken Baker had a huge influence on me. I don't know if he ever even knew that, but you had the chance to kind of tell him. Yeah, he had a big influence on you.
I miss Ken dearly, actually. And Earl Swift is another one. Both past K40 members, and still think of them quite often, and great mentors, and it's the community. You go back and look at the K40 list, and sure, a lot of them have passed now, but there's still a lot of them kicking around that got the Kinsmen where we are today, because we're 2 years away from celebrating our 100th year in Lloydminster, and that's going to be something exciting and
party.
And exactly. And I actually think we're the 5th or 6th oldest club in Canada now.
Yeah,
so
wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They got it started super early then. Yeah. Wow. For you, Ian, like, you've done so much for this community. You sacrificed your body through marching for miracles. You lived on top of your own building for a week.
You did marching for miracles too with me.
I did it with you, I did, but I didn't march like you did. Like, you marched. I came out for like, what, an hour?
I thought I rolled you.
Like, would have been safer.
But ride the scooter.
Yeah. But what made you step up? What made you step up to say, yeah, I'll put my body through this? Because I think as tough as Geek on the Peak is, I've never seen him like marching for miracles, right, Darcy? Like
Mhm.
his whole body was, particularly your feet. But
Yeah, I got
I
beat
remember.
up
I
pretty
remember.
bad.
I remember very well. But
It's good for a laugh,
The
though.
pain. No, well, it is now. But back then, it's like, Ian, you are crazy.
he didn't want to stop.
No.
He kind of had to make him stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
what
think
makes you?
your kids must have gone to Winston at that time. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, you
yeah.
betcha.
Because I do remember that from then.
You see, Lloyd is mislabeled. Lloydminster is classed. If you ask people outside Lloydminster, they would say that Lloydminster is a transient city. It's not. Like, there is a core here. We got businesses that are over 50 years old in this city. Like, and it's that core, like the 25-year businesses, the 35-year business. That is your core of this community. And they always come together. They always pull in. If you have a good idea, good fundraiser, like city needs something, it's those businesses and the community around those businesses that always chip in. Now, when you've got such a fantastic core in this city, that's when you realize that, hey, I'm going to do this because I believe this city's going to help me pick this up. Like,
And you just
put
proved
my-
that, Ian. You just proved that a week ago with Geek on the Peak. How Lloyd
I think
can.
we did.
Well, okay, you and Lewis.
Well,
yeah.
You and
yeah,
Lewis.
yeah.
You were the crazy ones up top, but.
But it took a whole club too, Darcy, right? Like,
Yes, there was
took a whole community.
There was a lot of behind the scenes work, but still nothing compared to what Ian and Lewis did.
what they
Nothing at
went
all
through.
compared to what Ian and Lewis did. And yes, the community came together, and I'm going to pick on the electricians, the electrical companies in town here. There's probably a dozen of them, and each one has to survive themselves, right?
Yeah.
Because they have to, otherwise they're not going to be around. Well, they had no problems donating for that cause as a group. The electrical companies came together and here we're gonna do this, and we're gonna match, or we're gonna put out a pledge to the other electrical companies. Like K&L did that, and
I think they donated twice.
K&L donated twice, yes, as a matter of fact, and then like, it's just amazing how everybody stepped up and came together as a community for the cause. Like,
Yeah, the IT side, like, had a great camaraderie with Pinnacle Computers. Now, Pinnacle Computers works in IT, Dynasoft works in IT. Dynasoft were doing all the streaming and setting it all up and that, but it didn't matter. Like, it was just, hey, this is a good cause. Let's have some fun with it. They made me wear an Oilers shirt. I mean, what better competition could you have to make a Calgary Flames guy wear an Oilers shirt?
Well, how does the guy
You
from
know?
London become a Calgary Flames fan anyway?
They used to give me free tickets down at CFB Suffield. They used to always send. So we'd jump in a wagon and drive up to Calgary, and then the vehicle would break down, and we have to have a few popsicles and then jump in a Greyhound on the way back and sleep there and drop off at Ralston and
had to get someone in
walk
the
all
seat
way.
somehow.
Yeah.
Give the tickets
I'm
away.
sure the Oilers do the same for the Patricias. You know,
Die hard Flames, but you know, like, it's that camaraderie that's in this city. Like, I am fed up of people saying, "Oh, Lloyd's a transient city." It is not a transient city. You come here, you'll see the values that are in this city, which are tremendous, and the values are constantly changing as well for the good. Like, you go back 20 years, we never had a homeless problem. Now we have a homeless problem, but what's happening? The community's doing walks at night for awareness of it. Right? We weren't doing walks at night 20 years ago, but we now realize, hey, this community is still together. We've got a issue going on. We want to help. We have Olive Tree. We have all these different charities that are helping people in this community that just come into this community, but maybe not be set up yet. You know, like, and that care that this city has, I think that should be pushed to the forefront when people are talking about Lloydminster. Not that it's an oil town, not that it's an agricultural town, but that it is a community that actually cares. Still, over 30,000 people.
Yeah. I mean, it continues, I think, to have a very small town feel for as big as a city as it continues to become, right? Like,
and getting bigger.
Right. And you because you can still go out and you can still run into the people that you know and your neighbors, and right, like my husband and I we are farmers. We live outside of the city, but we come here for everything. And in the process of doing that, we continually run into all of the people that he's known his whole life, but people that I have grown to know and have become friends and family over the time that I've lived here, because it continues to be a relatively small place, even though it is getting bigger.
It does have that small town.
And then, and that's what you get out of that, right?
Absolutely.
You get people continuing to care for one another that you're not getting out of an Edmonton.
The two biggest compliments I've got since we started doing this show are, I have one guy in Calgary, a guy that I grew up with in small town Atlanta, Saskatchewan, message me and say, man, if I was going to live anywhere else, I think it would be Lloydminster. Just watching your show, man, there's a lot of good people there. And then I've had a couple that moved here from Prince Edward Island tell me that they moved here because they watched my show and they thought, what a great place to come.
Oh, wow.
They did have relatives here. So when they were looking to move, they're looking to resettle, they watched my show and went, you know, that does look like a pretty good town. I love the city. I think I can't imagine living anywhere else now. And when I see when we're on stage and we're $900 short, the Kinsmen are $900 short from getting Ian and Lewis to $100,000. And before you can even finish saying, is there anybody who would like to donate? There's a stampede. I've never had so much money coming in at this. There's 17
I think there were
people.
17 people came forward.
It was instantly. Husbands and wives. It was the husband, and then the wife came up afterwards to donate more. Like, I'm not sure you get that anywhere else, Darcy.
It's amazing. It really is amazing.
It was very emotional, that whole thing. Yeah.
The jacket was amazing too, I thought. The jacket, yes. I thought that was amazing. We need to talk about me more. Like, sorry, like, come on, let's work on this. Like, I'm just kidding.
But Darcy, you were crying.
I was, yeah.
Why?
Because he's a baby. He's a star.
A big baby.
I love him.
My nephew was a recipient of TM years ago, and it's always had a place in my heart. And to see these guys just carrying on and carrying Telemiracle forward, like you go back to Telemiracle 1, and there was two Lloydminster men involved in the first Telemiracle, and Fred Murray was one of them, and they never ever dreamed there would be a Telemiracle 2. Here we are, Telemiracle 50 knocking on our door, and still going strong. I was fortunate enough to chair Telemiracle 41, and I still remember lots of discussion, and it's like, well, how many more years do we have before it doesn't become as successful as it is? How many, like, when are we going to hit that where Telemiracle doesn't exist anymore? But in the last, I've really noticed in the last 10 years, you've had to, I'll say, get away from the TV a little bit more and go to today's technology and go with the flow type thing. So TM's always been near and dear to my heart. Always will be.
You were emotional too that night.
You're a little baby. You're a little baby.
You were emotional too, though. You and Lewis both were very emotional. You're emotional when you came off the peak, emotional that night when you saw people lining up to give more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good emotion. Like, you know, like Lewis, like, you know, he's got 3 kids and a wife, and his wife had to look after 3 kids for a week. He gave up a tremendous amount. I mean, I got cows and Dolly, right? And Dolly can look after herself, and the cows, you know, I got Jason to look after them. So, like, you know, he gave up a lot. You're 6 days, you're sleeping 4 or 5 hours, that's it. Like, you're sleep deprived, your feet are killing you, like, because you're standing up all day, yipping to people online. Like, and you've got this emotional response from the community, like, that's saying, yeah, you know what, if you're willing to do that and give up a week, like, we're willing to support you. And you know, that's pretty humbling, right? I'm very humbled that the community would support me in Lewis doing something like that. And you know, they supported me 20 years ago when I did it, and like I said, marching for miracles before that. And like, so I know that this community will do it if someone says, "Hey, this is a good thing, let's do it." Like, the community will get behind it.
But you didn't really believe you'd get to 50,000. Did you believe that you get to 50,000? Did you guys believe?
No.
No,
Ian's, I think-
I like when I heard that number, my brain couldn't even like. I just couldn't even,
because it was like 19,000.
Yeah, I remember the conversation in the meeting.
Yeah,
and your goal was to make more than last year, or pardon me, last time.
Yeah,
and which was 19,000, and your comment was that anything we make is a bonus, right? And and I remember you talking $25,000, and Lewis is like, no, he says TM 50. He said we're going for 50,000, and I kind of sat back and I'm like, ooh, that's a huge number, Lewis, and hats off to you guys if you can do it. And holy moly, day 3 you were at 50,000. It's like, like wow, still very impressive. Like,
well, when you came on my show, I could see the doubt in you guys. Are like, we're going to try for 50,000.
Yeah,
like the word try was there, not do, but man, it became pretty clear almost right away that you could that goal.
Yeah, it was doable. Absolutely. Like I think that, you know, like $20,000 20 years ago was a lot more than what $20,000 is now, right? So you know, and I didn't want to set us out for a failure. We didn't meet the goal. There's nothing worse than that, right? And I was trying to push away from the word goals and just do milestones, and I think that helped us a lot. Like having a scenario gameplay, like as we called them, milestones, and they had riddles and we had to try and solve them and stuff. And I think that helped a lot. For something new around here was the continuous streaming of it. I think that was a brilliant idea by the club to implement that as well, just because, you know, 100 people watching you sleep at night. Where are your hands, buddy? Like, where are your hands, Kurt, when you sleep at night? Like, you know, they're, you know, sometimes they're all over the place, you know. So like, it was a cool thing to do. People loved it. They loved talking online. The late show with Lewis, or you know, then the next night was late show with Ian,
and Tom Hall was there.
Tom Hall.
They got into some really deep conversation.
Oh yeah. Like, and going back to this community, like, it was all the lawyers that came up with Oilers, like
lawyer in the boiler.
Yeah. It amazed me how many kids found it like kids watched. And they were like glued to it, like they were really interested.
We need that.
We
need that.
That's their world. That's how their world lives, right? So to be able to connect,
Torrie, being around kids?
No, because that's how they connect to their world, right? Is through things like streaming and anything that's online like that. So you're really connecting to them. So
I wonder how many kids told mom and dad to turn it on.
Oh, I went to church, and like the kids that were coming up saying, and then the parents saying, "Oh yeah, she was coming in from school, and they would that had to be on the TV, like on the YouTube channel, like, and they're just watching and stuff, and it would never get turned off." Like, I mean, it was really good. I felt Lewis and me managed to, you know, keep it PG, keep it real. You know, not slip up for 6 days. Dolly says I haven't slipped up for like 6 hours ever before. Like, you know,
Ian Bull has gone this many days without its hours,
up, right? Yeah. So like, you know, like, and we managed to do it, and we managed to keep people like interested in stuff, right? And you know, like, and humor. Like, everyone's so like chasing the dollar and stuff like that, and I get it, like, because we've all got bills, we've all got mortgages, but just relax for a second and not chase the dollar, and let's have a giggle and stuff, like $1.67, you know, like just silly things like that, right? And it was fantastic humor, right? So.
We'll take a break. I wanna ask Ian what he's done with this newfound celebrity that he's got. We'll also get into some of the changes that we've seen in Lloydminster since we've been living here as well. We'll do that after the break. We're here at Border City Furniture. We'll be back in just a moment. Let Border City Furniture turn your house into a home. See them in downtown Lloydminster on 50th Avenue. And once again, that's Border City Furniture.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we take pride in our quality products and outstanding service. Our custom processing goes far beyond just cutting your meat. There's also a very popular in-store cuts and fresh sausage cooler with all your family's needs and budget in mind. Planning a wedding, family reunion, or weekend get-together? Let us prepare a mouth-watering roast beef, pulled pork, or brisket to perfection just for you. Or take it home and prepare it yourself with one of our incredible Yoder smokers. Diamond 7 Meats, locally owned, family owned, and proudly serving the farm families and communities of the Midwest.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years. It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
We're back at Border City Furniture where the sale never ends. Border City Furniture, your 100% locally owned and operated furniture store with a focus on Canadian-made quality products in downtown Lloydminster. Torrie Oliver is here, Darcy Wildeman is here, and Ian Bull is here. And before the break, I said, let's find out how Ian is dealing with his newfound celebrity. Have you found that it's people recognize you now where you're going out? I mean, you've always stood out. I mean, the hair, the accent,
it's gorgeous.
Whatever, you've always stood out. But
yeah, like when I did it 20 years ago, the year after, it was like, hey, are you that geek on the peak guy? Like, and yeah, so I've had a little bit of that, like, come around, like, but you know, I take it in my stride. Like, it's
you don't want your head to get too swelled.
No, I'm a big enough drama queen already. You don't need to make me any more of a drama queen. So it's nice. Like, I always say thank you for your support. Like, you know, and straight away, oh yeah, that's no problem. Like, you know, so
you didn't run into too many people on that week that didn't know that was going on. Mm-hmm. Like everybody seemed to come together, and it kind of rallied the city. You said you felt like Lloydminster needed that. What did you mean by that?
Oh, that's, you know, we do have troubles in the city. There's no doubt about it, right? Like, you know, like, and we're adapting to those troubles. But I think that we presented here is a charity where 100% goes to like to Telemiracle, and that's going to come back into the community. And I think that the city said, yeah, we're in for that, you know, like, and come together. I think it was the first stunt in a long time, like, that's been pulled off in Lloyd.
Yeah, it definitely was for a while. We have some guys that do some gaming all night. I don't think they did it last year, but for a while they were doing gaming all night and stuff like that.
It was positive and it was happy. It was something like like you hear about our hospital and how run down it is, and people always bashing our hospital and the wait times and all this, and it was something positive. Nothing wrong with our hospital. Go to Edmonton and see the wait times. Go to Saskatoon and see the wait times. We got it pretty good here.
Yeah.
And you talk about the homeless situation. Yeah, it's out there. But as a city, we're trying to figure it out and trying to deal with it. But this was just something happy and positive, and everybody was excited about it. So
yeah.
So one thing I would say too about the whole steak night and Telemiracle and leading up to Telemiracle itself, we had a table of 8 people. And so Ryan and I, of course, being from here, the other 6 people were all from Alberta and Edmonton area. They, because of our enthusiasm around it and how important it was to us, all chose to come and spend their money. And one of our friends was one of the men at the front handing his money over.
Nice.
Like, and that just showed, like, it, part of the power of that is like the influence of Lloydminster itself that you're feeding out to other communities. And the power of Telemiracle. Like how many times I have had to explain to people, because we have a lot of friends that live in Alberta and live outside of this community, but explaining to them what Telemiracle is and how important it is. And like how they're like, we don't have anything like that. No, you don't. And it's too bad that you don't, because it's impacted the life of so many people and so many families in Saskatchewan. And it's too bad that other provinces don't have the equivalent, right?
Of what?
Of what?
And we don't know why. We've that's been discussion for many years as well. Is why doesn't Alberta try it, or Ontario try it? Why? It's a kin organization. We'd be certainly glad to lend advice, to give them a hand to get it up and running, but why not? Nobody seems to answer that question.
Well, there's so many, like. Saskatchewan is, because you grew up in Saskatchewan, I grew up in Saskatchewan, you grew up God knows where.
He hasn't grown up.
I haven't grown up.
You grew up in Saskatchewan,
But
there's something around pulling together, like we pull together around the riders.
Yeah,
you know, it's all we have. That's all we have. And I remember Kinsmen bingo. Like how many Saturday nights was it? Oh, we got to get Kingo bingo cards.
Yeah,
right.
Yorkton still does.
They still do
bingo.
that?
Kinsmen bingo, yeah.
Kinsmen
Yorkton does it.
But it was on TV every night, and there's the, every Saturday night. Kingo bingo. It's just, there's stuff that Saskatchewan is strictly Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
And they have the province pulls together like not even Alberta can. And I really mean, like, I love Alberta.
Yeah.
I got a lot of relatives in Alberta. I love it. But you see what's going on there now. And I think it's, it's seeping into Saskatchewan a little bit as well. But I just think Saskatchewan has something real special about it. Probably because it grew up there.
Like,
I know people think that Alberta's the same way, but I just don't see Calgary and Edmonton having the same association that Regina, Saskatoon does. Because there isn't that there's not really that rivalry. There might be a little bit between the Pats and the Blades, but there isn't really that big rivalry because the Rough Riders are everybody's.
Yeah. It's like Saskatchewan's a community of its own.
That's exactly
That's a really great way to put it.
And I think for Lloydminster's kind of like that too. There's so many unique things about Lloyd, like what Kev does at, what Kevin and Michelle do at Sobeys with their donuts. I'm like, why wouldn't every Sobeys do that?
Yep.
Right? Like, my goodness, why wouldn't every co-op sell Kindness Wins shirts the way that our co-op does?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff is like, we have so much here that's uniquely Lloydminster. And whenever I talk to people on this show and they've lived somewhere else, they always, no, I lived somewhere, it didn't feel that way. Like in the 90s when I moved here, I wasn't nearly as connected as I was when I came back in radio, right? But I always felt like there was something special about Lloyd. What kept you here, Darcy? What is it that kept you from going, okay, well, maybe I can make more money if I go here. Maybe I can
What's
move
kept
there.
me here?
Besides family. I mean, family's been obviously meeting Leanne. And
when I moved here, I knew absolutely nobody. So it's been
how unique is that, eh? Like,
you know what? It scared the hell out of me at first.
Of course.
It did, because you know nobody. Right?
You should try moving to a different country. and you're the immigration officer.
It's a bigger space that you don't know anybody in.
Same idea. You get in the organization of kin, and like I mentioned before, I said my best friends are all Kinsmen and Kinettes. I'm married to a Kinette. Leanne's been a Kinette she rechartered how many years ago? For 15 years now, and prior to that, she was probably one of the first female Kinsmen, because she always had my back with whatever we were doing as a club, and Lloyd's home. We just we spent the last hour talking about why it's home. The Ken Baker, the Earl Swift, the community, the Ian Bull, the Lewis Stang, yourself, each one of you is a little piece of the puzzle in Lloyd. And why would we ever change that? I can't see myself moving away from here. My daughter's it's kind of funny because when Kenna graduated, she's like, no, I'm leaving Lloyd, moving to Saskatoon, I'm not coming back. Well, she's been gone 4 years now, and there's rumblings that Lloyd isn't that bad after all, and maybe she can move home and make nursing her career in Lloyd. And same as Colton, right? Like he's in Cranbrook right now, and he's still wishy-washy because they don't get snow down there like we do, but I can see them both coming home to Lloyd because Lloyd is home.
What's the biggest change you've seen since you lived here?
Oh boy.
Anybody can. Torrie, you can answer as well. Ian, because I'm going to ask each of you anyway.
I think businesses have grown, but I think the community's grown. Like it's definitely, we've gone from that, like I said before, we've gone from that transient city to a core city, like where there's that coreness that you just see a constant all the time. Surrounding communities, like as they've come around, like they support this city as well. I mean, got some fantastic smaller communities around here that came. That beautiful fireplace, that was out by Vermilion, like Iron Goose, right? Iron Goose Metalworks. Like there is a lot of good surrounding communities that also participate with Lloydminster. And that just gives it a nice teamy feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's the Ken K's, the Vic Jubas, that have all that I think I don't think they've grown. I think the community's grown around them. I think they were always Ken Baker was always Ken Baker.
Yep.
Right.
One of the things we as Kinettes that we do at the beginning of in September is we go to the community night where all of the things that you can do in the community or at the service center. One of the things I really noticed and took note of this year is how many things there are in this community to serve families and kids. And if I think about the community and how it's grown over the years and all of the things that like we provide to families and to the community in general, like just the city, like it's amazing to me from where I entered into this community and the things that there were and the things that there are now. It's amazing. Like and just how easy everything is to access. Like, yes, is hockey expensive? Yeah. Like there are expensive things, but there's also things out there for everybody to do that are just so accessible and so like they don't cost a lot of money, and they just every time you turn around there's just something else. Like my daughter loves ping pong. There is a ping pong club, for goodness sake. Like
I had no idea.
Yeah, right? Like there just is, because there's more people coming in and they do things and they want to offer it up to the community. And as the community grows, so do the options. And I think that's great.
Ping pong's that martial arts?
It can look like martial arts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've got Center Stage Studios now where Ian originally went before the show because he thought the furniture store was there for some reason, but
just throw me under the bus, Gary. Throw me under the bus, mate. Yeah.
But Darcy, I think the culture's changed. Like you were here in 1990.
Yeah, and
I was here in 91, and the culture's changed.
Given the few 5 minutes just to gather my thoughts, when I moved here, there's probably a population of 15,000, give or take. Fast forward to today at 32,000, and the community itself hasn't changed. It's expanded, but the people that are here have expanded with the community as far as the pillars of community and what the community of Lloyd does. It's all good, and anybody that comes here is expanding with it. So when we reach our next plateau of $40,000 or $45,000 or $45,000, pardon me,
you've always got money on your mind fundraising.
Yeah, good for you.
Hopefully it's the same. Hopefully the community expands with it as far as the organizations and the clubs and the nonprofits and grows that way as well.
If we were to take Telemiracle Steak Night out of it, and maybe other Kinsmen events. What are some of the things you love to go to each year? Events that happen each year in Lloydminster. You go, I don't want to miss that. That's Lloyd to me.
I always like a good outing. One thing I do miss is Oktoberfest.
The way it used to be.
The way it used to be. Yeah.
With Richard Starkey
steak
plowing
night.
around
Yes, Richard Starkey.
cake.
Yeah. Telemiracle Steak Night is a favorite.
Yep. I've used it on the show many times. I love Telemiracle Steak Night. It's just a nice night. There's no real pressure. It's just
and we have a wonderful
fun.
theater, the Vic Juba.
Yeah.
Like
we go to a lot of things at the
there's lots of concerts, there's lots of events there, and I won't say it's a hidden gem, but it's like, why don't we go to the Vic Juba? Like, there's got to be something. There's always something on at some point in time, and so there's lots of events.
Canada Day celebrations. I mean, we always go to that. Even every year, we're like, we're not going to go into town and do that this year. And then, but where do we find ourselves? Wandering around with the rest of the town in our red and our white, doing whatever everybody else is doing. Yeah.
I like the little things, like there might be someone selling burgers outside Sobeys or something like that, or the Christmas lights at the Rotary Park there. You can walk in there and it's just all lit up. Like, I just love those little things. Like, there's nothing better than buying a $5 burger in a pop and the money's going to a good cause. Like, it's fantastic, those little pop-ups, pop-up charity events.
Yeah, like, I saw you at Festival of Trees too. Like, that's a great event too.
Oh,
that's a fun event.
That's you can dress up in your penguin suits, and you can raise a good money for the heritage area, right? Like, and they do good job there, like, so.
And Ian's done a great job supporting our fire departments as well.
Yes, he has.
One way or the other. So
I will not touch microwaves.
We want to give them a shout out.
And microwave stores.
How many times has the fire department been called for an Ian Bowl situation?
I've lost count. I'm sorry. I'm fine as long as you don't let me do anything with microwaves, ovens, anything like that. Then I'm fine. Just like
open fires are okay though. You're okay around an open fire.
I think they sent them to bed before they shut the fire off.
Yeah, like
when they were up on the right. Like, don't worry, Ian. I'll get the propane.
I'll get that. Yeah.
Well, I put my teacup from a certain store, TH, and I put it inside the glass, like, and then the little fireplace would keep it warm, man. And I walked away, and Lewis was like, Ian, is that your teacup? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, it's catching on fire, mate. Like, I was like, what?
So it is all fire. You were.
And I'm like, why is it on fire? He says, it's paper. Like, it's like, oh, well, I thought it was far enough away. Like, so, like,
oh, funny.
You're going to try these things.
Thank you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for giving us some of your time. Thanks for your commitment to the community as well.
And thank you.
You guys do a
thank you,
wonderful job.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So thank you. And we'll be back with you. Oh, geez. Have we planned anything? Tuesday. Thank you, Faye. We're back Tuesday night at the Canadian Brew House for the Tuesday night sports show.